Take a big breath in and reach it up and go side, side. And circling it out. And the other way. Good, and let's do some backstroke arms. It's a message from someone who's not here. Making sure they're not locked out. And let's swing those arms. We gotta get our upper body nice and warm. There's a lot of shoulder and back work today. Yeah? Let's do doubles. One more set. Good. And then single shoulder rolls. 6. Nice. Last set. Taking our hands up onto our shoulders. Big elbow circles. Good. Let's loosen up the neck a little bit. Let's look right and left. And let's take ear down to shoulder. Whee! Last set. Come back to center, leading with your nose. We're going to reach all the way down towards the floor, stretching out the back of your neck, leading with your nose, lengthening as much as you can through your spine. We're not just crunching that neck forwards and backwards. Although if you're like me, you're probably hearing a lot of crunchies. Let's do one more. All the way down, all the way up. Good. Hands on hips. Let's bring it down the body. Pop things out. Shake all the sleepies out. And make some big circles. Shake all that sitting out if you're doing this later in the day. And let's go the other way. And some figure eights. Just remember, it's how much your hips are moving that makes the difference, not how much your upper body is moving. Upper body's along for the ride. And we're reversing. There we go. Sorry about that. I just did it without saying. Okay, down to the knees. Let's circle it out. And reverse for 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and circling out the ankles. A little bit of single leg work to do. We'll do some more ankle work in between our A's and B's. And now our A's are a lot of upper body. Here we go. And circle it out the other way. Of course, Thursdays our A's are lower body. Equal opportunity. Circling both ways. Taking your feet nice and wide. Let's go side to side. Last set. And come back to center. And let's drop one shoulder and the other. 1 and 2. Last set. Down, stretch it out, and the other side. Stretch it out. Sink down into that squat. Bring your hands to the floor. Bottoms up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands on your knees. Walk your feet in and roll it up. We have our A's. Our first A1 is a Pilates walkout. We're going to go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off. Reach up, hold down, walk it out, walk it back in. And come up. Big breath. Down. Walk it out. You're going at your own pace. You don't have to go at my pace. And 10 seconds left. These go fast. And big breath in. That's 30. 15 seconds off. And we'll set up for push-ups. I'm going to do mine on incline. I've got my bench here. It helps with the rear foot elevated stuff too. So let's hit it. 30 seconds. You're going at your own pace. Full range of motion if you can. Halfway through. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch it back. 15 seconds, and we're going to do plank jacks. I'm going to demonstrate them this morning, first round, on the bench also. So let's set up. 15 seconds goes fast, huh? And we'll hop out and in, out and in. You can step it or go out and in with jumps. Knees stay nice and soft. 15 seconds here. Three, 2, 1, and up. Oh, we'll take a full 30 seconds, and then we'll go through that one more time. It's enough time for me to take off one layer. Okay. Shake those arms out, roll your shoulders, catch your breath, have a drink. We have 10 seconds. Move your pets out of the way. And let's hit it. Big breath in, reach up, hold down, walking out to a plank, walking back in, inhale up, hold it down, walk it out, all the way to a plank, and then back up. And that's it. Voila, 30 seconds. 15 seconds off. Come down for our push-ups. Here's see if we can get these 3 times today. So we'll go in 3, 2, 1. I'm on the floor this time. Down and up. Five seconds left. And rest. Stretch back into child's pose if you're on the floor. Your back a little stretch. Give your wrists a few circles. And let's hit it with plank jacks. Out and in. Woo. Halfway through. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. 30 seconds here. Oh, catch your breath, have a drink, wipe your brow, roll your shoulders, and for sure, let's do some wrist stretches. Last round here. In about 5 seconds. Guess we should stand up, huh? 3, 2, 1. Inhale up. Pull down. Walk it out to a plank. And walk it back in. Out. Walk out. Walk it back in. And up. And fold down. Whoops, that's 30 seconds. Roll it up. Get ready for push-ups. We're going about 5 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. 30 seconds here. Rock back when you need to, reset and press. Rock back, reset and press. 1 more. 3, 2, 1, and back. Good. Almost done. Last round of plank jacks coming. You guys can do it. We go in 3, 2, 1, and step or jump it out. Knees are soft, they bend. We're doing a hell of a lot of work in 13 minutes. First 15 minutes of this workout. We have 5 seconds left. And rest. Ooh. Come down to child's pose. Let's stretch out those wrists. Oh. Come on, hands and knees. And turn your fingertips towards your knees and rock back gently. Gently, gently, gently. We're going to take another 1.5 minutes. Check in with your ankles and your wrists, how everything's feeling. Find your balance on one leg. Do some ankle wiggles. And then rotate and lift. Nice. Checking on the other side. Point that toe down and curl it in, moving from your lower leg, your thighs not going all over the place. We're not moving from the hip, we're moving from the ankle. Now we're going to rotate from the hip and lift from the hip. Your ankle is still. Nice. Rotate. Good. Let's stand with your feet under your hips and prance up and down. We're going to go another 15 seconds. Our first exercise. What is our first exercise? Deadlifts and around the world. So grab a weight. Remember, we're going 40-20 with these. You hold the weight in both hands, hinge back, and pass it around. Hinge and take it around. Remember, we're not lifting with your back. Your hips are doing the work. And breathe. It's a nice one to start with. And about 10 seconds left. and around. Last one, and around, and rest. Going to keep this weight for doing our split squats. If it's not so fun for you to be doing rear foot elevated, go ahead and do your split squats on the floor. Don't torture yourself. This is a hard enough workout as it is. So 1 foot up and off we go. 40 seconds here, staying nice and tall. Front leg is doing most of the work. Back leg is getting a big stretch. Ten more seconds. And rest. 20 seconds and we do the other side. Have a quick drink. We still have 10 seconds. Let's get set up on side 2. And off we go. 40 seconds here. After this, we have our 1-arm rows. The interesting thing about this workout is 40 seconds doesn't seem like it should be that long, but when we focus on doing 10 reps, 12 reps, 15 reps, it goes a lot faster. We have 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Figure out what weights you're going to use for your back. We have 10 seconds. We're going to set up in a supported position. And let's go. 40 seconds on one side. Ten seconds. Pace yourself. Make sure you're pulling with your back, that you're not just relying on your arm. And rest. We have 10 seconds. And we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Shoulders level. Shoulder blade pulls in towards your spine. Ten more seconds. Stay with me. I can't watch you from this angle. It's hard. 3, 2, and 1. Let's put that big old weight away. Find something a little bit lighter maybe that you can feel. And we'll do our swing and pulls. We're going to go in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Hinge it back. Swing it up. And a shoulder press. Swing and press. Swing and press. Good. We're about halfway through. See if you can feel your hips transferring that power. So the weight in your hand, if you weren't holding on to it, we go flying. We don't want it to go flying, but it feels like it could. Whew. 3, 2, let's do one last one. Nice. And put that weight down. What do we have next? We have a bear crawl. The bear crawl cha-cha in 5 seconds. Use the space that you have. It doesn't have to be 2 steps or 3 steps. You can go in a straight line and back if you want, but let's hit it. Knees are just a couple inches right above the floor. Wait a minute. Shoulders are just working. It's like a double whammy. We have 3, 2, and 1. Almost done. Almost done with this set. We're gonna come onto our back. You got me breathing. So we're gonna do our hamstring walkouts. If that feels like too much, just stick with the bridge. You're up for it. Join me. We're gonna lift up and walk out 1 or 2 steps and up and down. Lift up high. Your hips will lower as you walk your feet out. That's just physics. Come down, up, out, and down. 10 seconds. Last one. Good. When you're done, hug your knees into your back. Rock side to side or make little circles. Catch your breath. And do some easy windshield wipers. Going across your low back. And then hug your knees in, big breath in. See if you can flatten your tailbone down towards the floor without arching your back. And exhale, fix it into place. Inhale, rest your back into the floor. Exhale, set it into place, lengthen through that spine. Good. Let's come up. We're going to take a whole nother minute. Come into child's pose. Grab a drink of water. In about 45 seconds, and we'll get set up for our next round. Back to our deadlifts around the world. I'm gonna have some more coffee so I can keep up with you guys. Then I'm gonna have some water because I'm dang thirsty. Coffee just doesn't quench the thirst the way water does. Okay, let's swing out the arms, maybe twist a little bit. Make sure everything's still connected and happy. So maybe we'll go to the top of the minute. Let's get our heavy weight set. So remember, we're not squatting, we're not lifting with your back. It's all in the hips. There's no momentum. It's not a swing. Close to it. Swing and pull starts the same way. But we're gonna hinge back like we're doing a deadlift and bring it around. Hinge and go around the other way. Do your best to remember to alternate. I'm not so good at it. And maybe you can feel those side muscles doing the work. The momentum it takes to stop that weight from going around. It's all your core doing the work. There you are. hips and core, and rest. Nice work. I think that has to be my favorite move of the day. Suppose if you get tired the rest of the workout and you come back to your deadlift around the world, I'm happy with that. We're gonna go into our split squat. I'm gonna keep that weight, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, and 1. Be nice and tall. Hips and shoulders are level, facing the same way. Your toes in the back, if they're elevated, your toes can be pressing into that surface, or you can have a flat foot. Whatever feels better to you. There's no dogma. 5 seconds. Boop. 3, 2, and 1. Let's switch sides. And we'll go in 3, 2, 1. Arm is wherever you need it for balance. On your hip, out to the side, holding onto a pole or a piece of furniture. Let's work those legs and get them strong. We've always said, get strong first, balance will follow. Halfway through. And make sure the weight's not pulling you. You want to stay tall. Part of what makes this so challenging is that the weight is very one-sided. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put the weight down. Wiggle those hips out. Find your weight for doing the one-arm rows. We have a right side and the left side. And then we go back to our swing. Swing and press is probably the better name for it. Anybody else feel this last Wednesday? I felt my back muscles right between my shoulder blades. And oh, you made me work really hard. Because I'm guessing you probably do anywhere from 20 to 25 reps in 40 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. That's a lot of reps. It's building endurance in those muscles, endurance and strength. Going on to side 2. You have to go a little bit lighter. Let's go. As then your heaviest lift, you have to go lighter just to be able to sustain it for so long. Sometimes it takes a little trial and error to figure out what that is. We're halfway through. Make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders to your ears. Pull that shoulder blade in towards your spine. Your arms are accessories. We have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's put that weight away. Roll your shoulders, swing your arms. We have about 10 seconds before you go back to swinging. So we're going to take that deadlift from our first move and add a little power. So swing, snap those hips, press it up. Snap and press. Squeeze those cheeks together. You don't need to keep them clenched all the time. Just squeeze them, and weight comes up. Stop that momentum. We have 5 seconds left. And rest. Weight down. Okay. Whew, moving right through our second set. Coming down on the floor in 5 seconds. Setting up for our bear crawls. Let's hit it. Hands and knees. Knees come up. See how steady your back feels, that you're not rocking all over the place to make this happen. Halfway through. Breathe. Fill those lungs with oxygen. And rest. Whew. Hang out here about 5 more seconds. And then we'll roll over. Setting up for our walkouts. And let's hit it. Lifting up, pressing into your whole foot. Make sure you feel your big toe going into the floor and lower, up and walk it out. And lower, up, going at your own pace. We have about 15 seconds left. Up. 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees in. Take the tension out of your low back. Takes a whole symphony of muscles to support you when you're walking your feet out like that. Let's give them a little break. We have a whole nother minute here. Then we'll do one more round. And on to our last 2 core exercises and we're done. Whew. Take your legs up into tabletop. Easy twists. Keep your shoulders on the floor. Try not to let them pop up. And let's roll it over. A minute goes by fast when you are tired. Here we go. Walk your hands to one side. Walk them to the other. We have 10 seconds. Heart rate should be down a little bit, maybe not all the way to resting. It shouldn't be all the way to resting. But let's get going with our deadlifts. Here we go. Hinge, press, and around. Hinge, press it up, around. Arms are along for the ride. Initiating that circle around your body, the orbit, but not doing the work. It's a nice way to start this out when you're tired. I do like this one. We may have to come back to it, as long as I don't drop the weight on my feet while I'm talking to you guys. Whew. And let's go for 3, 2, 1. Last deadlift. And we'll bring the weight over to our bench. If you're tired of doing rear foot elevated, keep your feet on the floor. Split squats are good. Elevated split squats are good. Listen to your body. Let's get set up. And we'll go in 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down and up. If you're doing these timed workouts, remember, form is everything. If you're losing your form and you can't get it back, take a break. Let your body reset for the next round of exercises. We have 10 seconds left. Or slow it down. Do half the number you usually do. Give yourself pauses when you need it. 3, 2, and 1. Form trumps everything else. If you're racing through a workout, doing as many as you can with poor form, you're gonna end up hurt. And that would make me very sad. No doubt, it would make you very sad too. Let's set up for side two. So if you need to pause up here, you need to pause down there to enjoy the stretch. You need to put the weight down because it's too much. It's all good. 3 rounds of this is a lot of work. And the goal, remember, is to get through the month, increasing the amount you can do every week. You can do a little bit more or a little bit better or both. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Okay, let's grab our weights. I'm going to start non-dominant this time on my left side. 1 arm rows for the strongest, most beautiful backs in the land. Here we go. And pull. Pack that shoulder. Pack your arm into the shoulder socket. Pull with your back muscles. Pace yourself. We have 5 seconds left on this side. 3, 2, and 1. Weight down. So I may or may not have been doing all this longer than you have. But I can tell you, I'm feeling it. If I'm feeling it, I know you're feeling it. Listen to your bodies. We're gonna go in 4 seconds. My huffing and puffing is real. Let's hit it. Last row this week, unless you do this again, or do your row somewhere else. So this one, we have the fun one, the swing and press. We have about 10 seconds left. Make sure you're packing that arm into the shoulder socket. Pull with your back. We have 3, 2, 1. That weight goes away unless you're going to use it again. That weight is way too big to keep using. Let's circle, let's swing. Let's find the weight you're going to use for swing and pull or swing and press, whatever you want to call it. It's like our first exercise with that little hip snap. So snap that weight up into a shoulder press. Snap that weight up, shoulder press. Make sure you're holding onto that weight. Don't want it flying. If it goes flying for me, it's going to go right into a window. Be careful. Let it float. Stay controlled. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Put that weight down. 2 more exercises. We can do this. Whew. Down on the floor. There are bear crawls and our hamstring walkouts. After this nice big break, then we stay on the floor. Let's hit it. Ten more seconds. Hang in there. 3, 2, and 1. Wherever you are, drop your hips Stretch it out. Circle your wrists. 5 more seconds, we roll over. Whew. Onto your backs, last round of walkouts. Hands on your hips, lifting up and press through your toes and your heels. I want you to feel your whole foot pressing with each step. You feel your hamstrings start to sing at you. Ooh. We have 10 seconds left. Last bit of work in this round. Come on. Stay with me. All the way out as far as you can. All the way back. And hug your knees in. Nice, nice, nice work. Oh. Okay, let's take another minute. Grab a drink. Stretch yourself into a pencil or a crescent. Give yourself what you need. And I'll meet you back on the floor in about 30 seconds. We have our C's to go through, side planks, and the V-sit. See, one of these days we're going to have a contest to see whose coffee cup or teacup is bigger than anyone else. Probably shouldn't have done that. It's good, it perks you up, but it doesn't quench your thirst quite like water does. So, or a wet dog snout in your face when you're on the floor. So, side planks with our hip dips. These are, I believe we're doing 20 20s. 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. 3 different exercises. Let's go when this hits 20. And 3, 2, 1. Lift it up and down and up. Lift up high, drop down without touching the floor. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, work your way around. Enjoy the pause. We have time this morning. We'll go in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pop it up. 20 seconds of dips here. Arm up on your hip, on the floor if you need for balance. As long as your hips are perpendicular to the floor, you're getting the work in. We're halfway through. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Come up to sitting. Pull back against your knees for just a second. Then we'll set up. Ooh, we still have 10 seconds. We'll set up for our V-sits. So sitting up tall, rocking back. You can keep your heels down or pick them up. Or you start passing the platter around your knees. Tuck your knees in. Or if your feet are down, we're just going side to side. We have 8 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Whew. And I'm just going to sit for 20 seconds. You can sit too. You can stretch, you can drink. We go back to our side planks in 10 seconds. And by the time I say that, time has gone by. So we're going in 3, 2, 1. Sorry, that was pretty short, wasn't it? Whoop. Dip. Dippity-doo. Again, this is not a race. Keep your form. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. enjoy the little respite. Little respite we go in 5 seconds. So let's get set up. Pop those hips up, straighten yourself out, and dip. Last time we're doing this. In 5 seconds. Stay with it, nice and strong. That's how you do it. And rest. So serving platters, you're going side to side, working those obliques and your abs. Your feet are up. You can just go side to side for that little something more. Make sure you're tucking. Makes it a little bit harder. Choice is yours. Let's hit it. 20 seconds. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Stretch it out. Make yourself nice and long. Let your abs stretch. I'm gonna adjust the camera. You hang out there. Actually roll it over. So you're on your bellies, hands at your shoulders. Prop yourself up, squeeze the booty. Let your abs stretch, let your hips stretch. Hip flexors stretch, I should say, and look up. And if it feels good, shift your weight to one side. Stretch out those side muscles. And slowly go over to the other side. I'm sliding a little bit on the carpet. So go side to side, keeping your shoulders away from your ears. And let's come back into child's pose. And let your back rest. You can take your knees wide, stretch your arms long. Take your arms over to one side and let's hold it there for just a little bit. Check in with your breathing, that you're taking nice full deep breaths and not just breathing through your chest. The work is done. You can relax. Take those deep breaths. Tell your nervous system to relax. Yes, yes, you can do that. Through your breath. Big breath in. Long, slow exhale. Tells your body you're done with the work. It doesn't need to be on high alert anymore. The clock's running only so I know when the class is over. Let's come up on hands and knees and make some nice big hip circles. We're going to give some extra love to our back and our arms and shoulders. Good. And let's go 5 circles the other way. And we're going to come into that child's pose again, but with the thread the needle. So the emphasis this time is not on your low back, but your upper back, getting that big stretch across your shoulder blades. Sink your hips back as far as you can. Bring your head down as low as you can. Keep reaching forward with one arm and across with the other. Try to slow down your breathing. And let's switch sides. Reaching across. Keep reaching. And I think this is called rabbit. It's been a while since I've done this. You put your head down on the floor with your booty up in the air and your hands up and stretch. And bring your hands down. Come up into half kneeling. We'll do a hip flexor stretch, squeezing that booty, pressing that front knee forward. You can rotate over your front leg. That gives you a little different stretch, or you can reach up and over if you want a little bit more of a side stretch. Your choice, whatever position you want to be in. This is your stretch. My front leg, I have it set so my knee is pushing forward. I'm still not arching through my back. This hip is still squeezed, so I'm locked in and not getting that stretch through my back. But I'm getting a little bit of a calf stretch. That could be just me. My ankles are super tight. We're gonna hang out here for maybe 10, 15 more seconds. Just enjoy it. So you're getting the stretch through here, stretch through here. And then we're gonna sit back, slide that front leg straight and hinge over it. Remember those walkouts we did? This is when you say thank you. Give your hamstrings a nice big stretch. You can reach your shin, awesome. Reach your toes. If you want to sit all the way back onto your heel, that's an option too, if your knees can tolerate that. And we're going to hang out here for about 10 more seconds. And then switch sides. Come up, move it around, squeeze the booty on the back leg, stretch forward into that hip flexor stretch. Press forward into the knee so you get a bit of a calf stretch. We'll stay here about 10 more seconds. So again, you could do that twist, do that reach, whatever feels good. Slide it back, stretch that front leg forward, toes up, sit back. You can come all the way down onto your foot. You can sit down if your knees do that, or you can stay up here as long as you're getting a stretch. There's no one right position, as long as you're getting that stretch. And about 10 more seconds here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's come out of this. Let's come up into a nice big wide straddle and sink down. Drop one shoulder. And this time we're going to hold. In the beginning of the workout, we make it dynamic. And we're going to go to the other side and hold. Then we're going to come back to center and we're going to turn to my right. You're mirroring me, it's to your left. And we're going to push one leg back and push that front knee forward. Nice big groin stretch. And then we're going to lift up out of that. Straighten your leg, one more hamstring stretch. Toes stay on the floor. And we'll walk our feet around to the other side. Same thing here. Runner stretch, groin stretch. Front knees pushing forward, back heels pushing back. And then we're going to straighten that front leg into a hamstring stretch for the front leg. Walk it back to center. Feet are still wide. Bring your hands up onto your knees. Stand up and roll your shoulders. We're going to take your hands behind your back. This is the better stretch than the one we did earlier. Take your hands up and fold forward. Stretch across the chest. They haven't forgotten the push-ups you did at the very beginning. Keep lifting your hands up towards the ceiling. And let your arms drop down, ragdoll. In yoga, hold on to your elbows. If it feels good, you can shift from side to side. And when you come back to center, nod your head yes, and shake your head no. Let all the tension go from your neck. And if you're getting dizzy, put your hands down or onto your knees. And we're going to roll it up. And we are all done. Woo! Nice work this morning. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.